You're on.
What's up, dogs? What's up, dogs? What's poppin'?
What's poppin'? What's crack-a-lackin'?
Fucking shit's crack-a-lackin'.
I know, man.
I'm
running fucking late.
I feel great. I took I had to take yesterday and today completely off.
Oh yeah.
Just like I'm going to Texas tomorrow, Tuesday, and I'm gonna be there till Friday, and then then we're filming upstate all weekend. That next weekend, and then I'm going back up. So I'm gonna go back up to Lake Placid with Renee Fuentes, Nick Tallelli. We're doing a whole these next 2 weeks are stacked.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what, dude? You know what I'm gonna do?
You guys are doing like a little tour or something?
No, we're just gonna be there. We're doing Lake Placid, then I think Plattsburgh.
Oh, okay.
And then, but yeah, it's, everything's paid for.
Yeah,
It's
cool.
fucking fun. I'm so pumped for Lake Placid, dude. That place looks fucking sick.
So it's like a vacation?
Yeah, well, we're doing shows.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's gonna be cool. We're gonna Airbnb.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. You guys should have invited me.
Yeah. I mean, you can come.
No, I probably gotta work. But yeah, dude, I was the complete opposite on the fucking weekend, bro. I did like 10 hours overtime Saturday and Sunday.
Dang.
And like those big containers like on like those ships?
Like the cargo.
Yeah, like those huge fucking container boxes.
Yeah.
Bro, we were like cutting it up with like
shit.
saws and grinders and fucking
Dude, that's probably a lot of
torches.
That's probably a lot of fucking work.
Dude, it was a lot of work. I did 10 hours Saturday, 10 hours Sunday, just like roasting in the sun. I'm like completely sunburned and sore.
Oh,
but it's like good. Like I feel good. Like the endorphins going. It's probably like the first time I like worked out like in a while.
And vitamin D.
Yeah, dude.
Getting that vitamin
Yeah.
D in.
I like last summer I was like pretty good about getting a lot of sun, but like I'm typically like a fucking vampire, like because I work like overnights and shit,
Yeah, it's I think this summer is the summer I'm gonna start wearing sunscreen lotion.
Yeah, I try to do a little bit, but I don't like it.
It's
the sun can't cause cancer; it just causes life.
Well,
milk causes cancer.
Yeah, it does.
Milk, cow's milk.
Yeah,
it does, dude.
Cow cancer.
Yeah, well, human cancer. But I have like a theory, like you got to think, like everybody's like, oh, like smoking causes cancer, right? Like that's the thing. But like people who don't smoke get lung cancer.
Yeah.
So it's like I tried to find like a common denominator in like what everybody does that like could cause cancer, and like the big three I thought of is either milk,
okay,
toothpaste,
okay,
or air conditioning.
So all things that make your life better.
Yeah, I think one of them causes cancer, and they're not telling us.
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
The big one for me, I think, is milk, because it's like it's not ours,
It's
like we should drink human milk, right?
Yeah, breast milk.
Yeah.
Do you think breast milk tastes good? I feel like it's like probably.
No, because it's like what the chick eats, and like the pregnant chicks like eat like fucking.
Well, don't you have to
like
eat healthy.
Hogs.
You have to eat healthy as a if you're pregnant. That's like a thing, right?
I mean, like they try, but like, dude, I did a show. Oh, I had a fun show on Saturday.
Yeah? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Where was it?
Mandy Jones booked it.
I was gonna say the Mandy show.
Yeah.
How fucking fun is that room,
dude? It was called Hopscotch Bottle Shop.
How fucking fun is that room?
It was. I don't know. I was rusty. I hadn't been on stage in a little bit, and so I was doing my set, and I was just trying to like bump the rust off. Like I was doing like practice bits. I wasn't like trying out new shit. And it was like basically all baby boomers, and they hated me.
Really?
I followed Tim Saliani, and he like closed on like a joke that said like grandma's cunt having an orgasm. Yeah. And they were dying.
Really?
They were fucking laughing their asses off. And then I get on stage and I was doing like my would you rather bit, and like that's like crushes. That's like a great opener, and nothing.
Nada.
Started going into like my dating jokes. Nothing. I had like a minute left, and like I just went on a boomer genocide rant.
Yeah, that's not gonna do well,
dude. The place fucking went electric. Like all the comics, like were like cheering and standing ovation.
They liked it.
Like no, the people in the audience hated it. But like they were like, you know, like some kids in the crowd, and they thought it was like hilarious, and they were following me through my whole set. But it's just like those people that like those older people that just don't get me, and like if we're going like back and forth, and I was just like, oh my god, I can't wait till the boomers die. I was like, just fucking give up your jobs, retire, give your fucking inheritance to your kids so we can live. I was like, just fucking die.
And I've seen you in a rant. Yeah, because when you rant, it seems real personal.
Yeah, dude, and I'm like staring them in the eyes, like telling them to fucking die.
You have a pretty crazy stare.
Yeah.
You have like a dead-eyed stare.
Yeah, I do.
Like that 1,000-yard stare. Just like there's like no emotion in it. There's just nothing behind those eyes.
Yeah, dude. And that's basically what I was doing, because I was like, yo, why don't you guys like me? So I started out, I was like, I feel like you guys don't get me, and it's like, whatever, because I don't fucking get you. Like, yeah. I just like blew up. And like, so this guy starts going back and forth. I'm like, you know, he's like, I'm not giving my money to my daughter. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fuck your daughter and take your money. And I'm like, and you're going to give me a fucking dowry. Like, you're going to give me some goats and some fucking, some cash. And this guy's like, my daughter would have better taste. I was like, yeah, she did when my dick was in her mouth. And like,
so this just went south.
Yeah, and I just fucking like gave him like the suck it, and like Mandy's flashing me, and I fucking like hopped off stage, but I was like going back and forth with them, and like I was like getting so fast and like angry, like they couldn't talk back. Like
how? Because that's a small room.
Yeah.
So how was the vibe when the show ended and they were all walking past you?
Oh, dude, it was like pretty funny. Like there was like one lady on the corner, and she like every time I walk by, she's like, "Oh, you did great, honey," you know, like, and she's like a fucking like grandma. And I was like, you know, like, oh, thank you. You know, so I went out for a cigarette like right after. I kind of missed Lauren Festa's set, and like I didn't want to, but like
she's really funny.
She is, and like, but like I needed a cigarette, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give her the opportunity to just talk as much shit about me as she wants. Yeah. You know, like to get the crowd back.
Yeah.
And so I went outside, you know. Saliani and like Michael Ellison followed me, and they're fucking like
Mike Ellison is also really funny.
Yeah, he's a really funny dude. I've known him a long time.
Really? Like, yeah, not through comedy.
He took like a long break in comedy.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I knew something was up. I was like, "There's no way this guy's new."
Yeah, no, he's not like new.
Because he's great, dude.
Yeah,
really cool guy
he's
too.
A really cool guy. I haven't seen him in a long time, so he was out just like hanging. And so we're like outside talking and fucking laughing about it. And then like I come inside, you know, the show ends, like fucking Steve Perillo closed. And he was so funny, dude. Like so now the audience is like a little jacked up. And like
a boomer crowd loves him.
Yeah, well, like I don't know. Like the room was just like a little kind of weird after. But like they still laughed at what was funny. And like one of the guys, like Steve said something and was like, you know what the fuck, like, and like the guy was like, what the fuck, and Steve just looked at him and he was like, what did you say? And like the guy was like trying to fucking do an impression of Steve. It was really funny. And then, like, finally, whatever, like, the show ended. So, like, that grandma again, like, I'm walking out, like, for the last time, like, fucking leaving. Had work at, like, you know, be up at 5 a.m. the next day. And the lady goes, good night, honey. You did great. And, like, her husband was like, what are you talking about? Fuck that guy. And, like, they just, like, did not like me, really.
He said he's going to fuck our daughter.
Yeah, exactly. But it was a fun fucking time.
It's, yeah, man. Dude, I had a fucking great time in that room. It was Thanksgiving Eve, and it was a fucking.
Yeah.
And it was a boomer crowd, which I do bad with those crowds.
Yeah.
We always talk about that. But
yeah, I do terrible with them. But apparently, I don't know why.
Yeah, it worked out that night. It was great. I mean, like I think I was talking about Coke, and I was like, this usually doesn't go well with a boomer crowd.
Yeah.
Which is weird because boomers, like the boomers now are the old people. Like you're like, oh, I'm talking to an old person.
Yeah.
He's a boomer. And it's like, okay, so if you're a boomer, if you're the old people now, like, you're not like the old people when we were little kids. Just like, I'm from the 40s.
No.
Like, no, like you were doing Coke and disco clubs.
Exactly.
Like
that's what I don't get. Is
you
like,
were cool.
Yeah, like their counterculture was like, what? Like boomers are like the 60s, like Woodstock, Tony?
Yeah. Like you grew up through, arguably, you had the best life. You were kids in the 60s.
Dude, they broke free from that, like, man, I'm going to wear a tie out to the bar, and take my hat off.
They're the ones.
And put it on a hat stand.
I'm going to wear a suit to breakfast.
Yeah.
Like that's stupid shit.
Suit to breakfast. So fucking stupid.
Fucking dumbass.
Yeah, I know.
You're at a diner.
Yeah, and they, like, order, like, scotch with eggs. Like, they would fucking just, like drink and smoke, and that was it. And they all fucking, like, went to church, and, like, they were doing, like, some weird shit behind closed doors, but, like, that's about it. But, like, boomers, like, started coming out with, like, great music. Like, all the musicians and actors they love were, like, on drugs. But, like, if they hear, like, a young kid, like, oh, yeah, I was doing coke for a while, or, yeah, I'm in recovery, I was doing drugs, or, like, they just fucking look at us like we're entitled pieces of shit.
I was gonna say, I think it's maybe,
and they ruined the economy. Like this is the product of their economy, like, and now like they're the ones like, yeah, we need to vote Trump or we need to vote for Biden. It's like, why don't we vote for someone who's going to be around in 8 years and like cares about the country?
I think it is like just like our tone of voice that of just like yeah, we don't give a shit, and they're like, well, you have to give a shit,
right?
So I get that,
and it's like, well, you didn't really, like when they were growing up, they didn't really.
But like, if I'm talking about Coke, and you, the second I'm like, yeah, I was doing Coke, and you like, I see you pull back, I'm like, what do you grew like? You were in your 30s, you were in your 20s and the 80s.
I know.
What are you talking about?
Like
man?
Fucking Coke City.
Because that's arguably the best setup. I always think like, what would be the best age, and I was always like, if I was in my teens in the 70s. 20s in the 80s and then 30s in the 90s.
Yeah, that was like McNeely.
That's the best.
Terry McNeely, that was him.
No, well, I think he's a little younger than that, isn't he?
No, he's like pushing 50.
No, well, I think if you're because my dad was in teens in the 70s.
Oh yeah, so he's a little bit younger.
He's 70. I think if
Terry was born in the 70s.
Yeah, but he likes to pretend like he was born in the 20s.
Yeah. Oh, so that's like almost like Gallo.
No,
George Gallo.
No, we don't know anyone who's that old, dude.
Yeah, dude.
No, Gallo's not that old, dude.
Gallo's like in his 50s.
No, I'm saying the people that we're talking about is like they're like 70s.
Oh, 70s.
They're like in their 70s. They're definitely older. That's like our parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Gallo's not a boomer.
I don't even know what generation that is.
Probably, I don't know, Generation X? Probably X.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Anyway, man. Like, but like these people, like, I'm just so sick of like, like at my job, like, there's like 5 guys at this job, and this is like one of the best jobs I've ever been at.
Yeah.
And they're all been there for like over 30 years.
That's wild. It's like
you're like allowed to retire from like a New York City job after 25 years. So like they've been holding on for like 7-8 years, and it's like you're like taking up space at this point for like new, like for like us to get jobs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like that everywhere. Like, this is just like a union job, but like think about like all the management positions. They're all boomers.
Yeah.
And like, college kids are trying to slide into like, jobs, and they can't because like people don't retire and they just hoard the money.
Dude, I do know that like once you stop doing shit, you're fucking done. Like your mind just shuts off.
Oh yeah, that happens too though.
But yeah, anyway, I got a good night's sleep last night. And
Good man. I know you wanted to move on.
no,
I fucking was sensing it. I was sensing it. I wasn't gonna go on like a full fucking rant, like redo it, but Jesus Christ, what a transition.
Two Advil PMs, dude. Slept slept till 11.
Yeah, you've been like, are you still doing the fast?
I do it here and there. Like today, I'm probably gonna fast.
Yeah.
It's not even like I just like don't eat for like I'm like just try to not eat for as long as you. Just try to like eat scarce.
Yeah.
You know, gotta be hot for these films.
Yeah, like so like what, you try to go like 16 hours?
Yeah, whatever. You know, I just try to like, you know, do whatever.
Right.
Like, you feel good though. You feel like tighter. You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, today and yesterday I left the phone at home. Not answering texts
Oh wow.
or emails
That's big.
because it's like you know, like I feel like you need to every so often.
Yeah.
It literally does. I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm living in 2004 right now. But
That's wild.
feels great.
It
really does.
Personally, I don't think I'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
but like I have been like not doing social media as much, like on purpose.
Yeah.
Like if you see, I don't post like to Facebook, Instagram, you know, any of that like nearly as much as like our counterparts.
Like I'll check my emails and messages and texts in the morning,
Yeah.
and then I just leave the phone at home all day, and I'll check back in on my emails, messages, and texts like at 9 at night or something. So I just have I have the whole day to just.
And like you don't have like anxiety, like
No.
that anything's going wrong.
Feels great because I'm not even thinking about. It takes a little while to like. I don't know. You have to like make a switch where you're like, oh, did someone message me? You just stop thinking about that. Just go hang out. I was throwing a lacrosse ball at the wall. I wanted a bike.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was throwing a bike.
Dude, I just bought a new stick. I bought a new stick like right before COVID.
Same.
And, like I
had that stick.
haven't fucking been able to use it yet.
Because Modell's went out of business right when COVID
yeah.
started. So I'm like, you can probably get a stick and some balls for like $10.
Yeah.
I think I got it for like $8. And
That's
I was like,
awesome.
oh sweet. And it was like it's a nice stick.
Yeah.
It's a MIDI stick.
My college stick was like fucking got a crack in the head. And I was so bummed about it. That stick was like fucking amazing. And I was like, fuck man, that was like the last stick I was ever gonna buy, I thought. And then like I was like, you know what? No.
You were D-pole, right?
Yeah.
I love those sticks.
Do you want to have a catch?
Yeah. Let's have a lacrosse catch.
I know.
Let's take our shirt. Let's take our shirt
Dude,
off.
I want to do that.
Let's have some. Oh,
You know, actually, like, you've been on my block before, like, by my house.
no,
Yeah,
I know.
Oh, really?
I have no idea where you live.
Well, like, there's
No.
there's like a school like right across the street, and they have like the best wall
Yeah.
to like just have like a catch with.
Yeah.
It's like a huge fucking wall, like brick wall, like where you're not like no windows or anything. So like I used to just go there for like, you know, years and just like fucking get like real good at that.
Yeah, it's it's fun. Just like I'll sit there for like an hour. Just.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing in pandemic. I'll sit there for like, I'll pull my car up to a wall, and just sit there for like 3 hours, just drinking and sniffing coke, and throwing a lacrosse ball at the wall.
Wow.
Like during lockdown.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. Like, there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
But
Merce's kids seem like they want to get in. I don't know if they're like into lacrosse, but like they like to play with, you know, they have like lacrosse sticks.
Yeah.
Because like the fucking scumbag father like pretends to play.
Yeah.
It's like he has like sticks and shit from like high school. I was like, you weren't even on the team, bro. Like, what'd you play? Like intramurals?
Yeah. I played in a men's league.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of sports. Bad.
Yeah.
So Tyson dropped
Fighting
out
news.
of it. Tyson dropped out of his fight.
Okay.
Then guess who's stepping in? Fucking Mike Perry
Yeah.
is stepping in. That fucking savage.
Dude, I like it. I was thinking about it since you told me.
I think Mike Perry is gonna, you know, because obviously when Jake Paul fights someone, he has his own set of rules that the guy has to agree to.
Yeah.
Like, you can't knock me out. You have to obey my rules, which is bullshit, but he
Right.
pays him a ton of money, so everybody agrees.
Yeah.
I think Mike Perry is the type of guy to sign the contract, like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
And then just go out and fucking beat the shit out of him.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Like,
you
not
know?
not give a fuck.
Because, like those fights, like, they're interesting. Like, it's cool. I want to watch them. But, like, dude, it's just like every one so far. I'm like, oh, my God. Like, when is it going to be your first, like, real, like, amateur 15-round boxing fight?
Oof.
You know? Like, these are all, like, catch weight, fucking, you know, like, not what's it called when it's like not even like a real amateur exhibition. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, that's all we've been watching so far, and it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying.
It's well, I think that was a Fury fight with Fury's brother, like, and Fury tagged him up and was just like, no, this is gonna go on your record as a loss, and Fury fucking. I think Jake actually took that fight. He's like, no, I think Jake wants to be
A boxer.
Like, be a real
he
boxer.
does.
He does.
I
He
think
is
so.
really going for it.
Yeah.
And so he obviously took some. I mean, he fought a fucking basketball player. He was working his way up, and I think Fury was that guy.
Yeah, what was it? It was Nate.
Nate Robinson.
Yeah, Nate Robinson. He's like 5 foot.
Yeah,
too.
I do think Tyron Woodley took that fall.
Yeah.
Like, you knocked out. That was a UFC lightweight champion
Right.
or welterweight champion. Like, I don't know how you beat him, but he did.
He did Anderson Silva too, right?
He did.
I watched that one because I was like real interested just to see how Anderson looked.
Yeah.
And he held back.
Yeah.
100% held back.
Because it's also, I mean, like
he had shots, and like I don't know, like he is older, but like I was seeing those shots that old Anderson would have just been like bop 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 bop, you know,
it's
like
those like in between shots. Where
where like
they're kind of like
Jake was overextending, and it's like that's Anderson's game, and he just wasn't taking them, and it's like I don't know if he wasn't seeing them, you know, like I don't know what, you know, he's fucking thinking during the fight, but it just looked like he was holding back a lot.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, but I think Mike Perry is just gonna listen to the rules and then not listen to the rules, because that guy doesn't give a fuck about anything.
I know.
He knocked out an old man at a bar, like cracked the guy, like crushed him. Dude.
Yeah. Dude, I would like to see like the actual rules, you know, for the fight.
I would,
you know, because like I would just like to see Jake like go down, get his ass beat, like knocked out, and then like the aftermath, like what happens, you know, like does the guy actually get his fucking money, or is it going to be like a huge lawsuit, you know, afterwards, like I'm not fucking paying you, you know?
I think it's interesting that he went with Mike Perry, because he was like obviously he's handpicking these people because he wants to win. Like, okay, you're gonna fight Tyson. He's almost 60 years old,
Right.
and then he's like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Like Tyson, he's an older man. He's probably more listen to the rulesable. But then you go with fucking Mike Platinum Perry.
Right.
That he's the king of violence. Like, that's what he says. That guy's out of his mind.
I know. I love that. I thought like Tyson would have been a cool fight. I thought it would have been a cool fight.
Yeah.
I thought Tyson was training. It looked like really fucking hard.
No, he was.
And like I thought it was gonna be like more of an actual fight. You know.
I would have loved to see that.
Yeah, I was like hoping for it, but then like I also, you know, it's like every fucking time this kid fights, I get caught into that hype, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good one. Jake's finally going to get his ass kicked. And I'm like, that's exactly what he wants me to think.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Like him and his brother, as annoying and fucking loserish and gay as they are, like this, like they market themselves very well.
They're smart. They're smart kids.
They're smart. Like I think fucking Logan just interviewed Trump on his podcast, right? Did anyone see that?
Something like that.
Yeah, like, dude, that's huge. You know, like you interviewed a fucking president. You know, like I don't think since like Mark Maron, you know, like when Mark Maron was the #1 podcast, like did someone interview like a sitting or ex-president.
Scoop is boys with him. Jason Scoop.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like friends with him. He's friends with like
From
Steve.
like the Paul brothers.
No,
Oh,
Trump.
Trump. Oh wow,
Like
yeah.
he's like, if Trump and Scoop were in a room together, they'd be like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Oh wow.
And I'm like, "Dude, can I meet? If next time you're hanging out with Trump, can
Yeah.
I like meet him, dude?"
Yeah, you know, I thought I would be like better friends with Scoop because we're both from like
Yeah,
the same high school.
Yeah, you are.
But like, yeah, I don't know. We never really like talked that much. I felt like
he's a cool guy.
yeah.
I was with him in AC recently. He was a fun guy.
You know, I heard like, you know, some good things about him.
Yeah.
I heard like a fucked up story, like not from him, like about him, but like just like scumbag Levittown story that he was doing a show and he like it was like a bringer show when he fucking first started. And he got like a bunch of Levittown girls to come out and they were like smoking hot girls, you know? And like I think it was at this Stand Up New York. And bro, like right after their set, they fucking ran out on the bill.
Really?
Like a table of like 6 smoking hot girls just fucking got up and ran away.
Whoa, my
and like
God.
I think they wanted him to fucking pay the bill. Like they knew like it was his people or something.
That's
you know?
a real fucking dickhead thing to do.
Yeah, and it's like I know like 2 of the girls that did it, you know, like I can't remember like their last names right now, but like or even like the one, but it was like 2 of like the hottest girls that ever come out of Levittown. And like yeah, I felt so fucking bad. I was like, oh dude, like that's exactly what you get when you bring like Levittown people to a fucking show.
Damn, dude.
Like I brought fucking like in my beginning of my career, I was doing the governor's open mic, which used to be the last Wednesday of every month, and it was Christmas time, and like my boys like were like fucking with the governor's Christmas tree. One kid like threatened Mick Thomas. Like it was turning out to be like a fucking terrible show. And like Jimmy like told me, he's like, "Can you get your friends out of here?" I'm like, yeah, we'll go to a bar, man. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I would be so fucking mad if my friends did that. I'd be like, "Yo, this is what I'm trying to make my job."
Oh, it wasn't Jimmy at the time. It was Mark Lund.
It's I remember one time I never had to someone run on a bill, but I had a girl. My jiu-jitsu friends came, and you know, they brought their girlfriends and like their girlfriends' friends. It was cool.
Yeah.
And then one of the girls was like, "Oh, my bill's on Travis Grant." And then
Oh fuck, dude.
yeah, was it Ange? It was something. May have been Ange. She was like, "Hey, hon, you're covering that girl's bill," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And she was like, "She said that you got her bill." I was like, "Which one?" Because I knew some of the girls.
Right.
And I was like, "I'll cover the bill." And she's like, "No, that one." I was like, "Oh, I don't know who the fuck that is." So I was like, no, that's her bill. And then Andrew's like, "Nah, but honey, it's your bill." And then we went to a bar after. I was like, "Cover your bill?" She's like, "Yeah, I mean, you should." And I was like, "I don't know who the fuck you are. This is the first time I'm meeting you.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?"
Wow.
That's just like, she was just like a hot chick with a fat ass who just expects,
Yeah.
like, no, he's going to do it.
And like the other ones probably said like, "Oh yeah, Travis is picking up our bill," and she just wanted to fucking jump on it.
Nah, I think that was all her.
Yeah.
Because then I started to get to know her, and she's just like one of that. Now she's,
dude.
now she's engaged.
Yeah.
She's
That's
engaged.
like, yeah.
She's engaged to some sap of a dude who's just gonna like he's just gonna boss her. She's just gonna boss him around.
Like a finance bro.
I don't know what he does, but you could tell he's like a sweet kid.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, that girl's gonna eat you alive, dude.
Yeah, that's like what happens, I think, with like some of the hot girls. Like they just get like cheated on and fucking hit, and then they get like a sweet guy that like makes like decent money in the finance community.
I would hope if you had a bad rapport with men that eventually your man is a very sweet guy because you made it through the shit and now you found this guy. But like, don't boss him around. Don't like make him feel small.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
that makes it even worse. So the other fighting news.
Yo.
Fucking Connor.
I was just about to say.
Yeah. Dude, like what the fuck?
Kicked out. He's not doing it.
That's so weird. Like the rest of the card isn't even that good.
I didn't even know the rest of the card.
Yeah. Like I saw one guy like was fucking trying to get like Dana's attention on Twitter or something like that, and he's like, "Yo, I fucking paid for hotels, flights, tickets. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I wanted to see Conor McGregor, and like now he's not there. He's like, I don't want to see this card live. Like I was paying thousands of dollars for this like vacation.
Yeah, that's thousands of dollars.
He's like, can you help me out? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Like, I'm just out of money. I was like, what the fuck? I'm sure there's like plenty of fucking people that want refunds.
Yeah,
and just don't want to watch.
Well, the thing is with Conor, when Conor's on a bill, you get the casuals, the casual fans who just kind of pop in and out and watch it. Not real MMA fans.
Yeah.
So if Conor's not fighting, that type of fan is probably not going to want to come anymore.
Yeah.
They're probably going to be like, I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Like, you got Reyes fighting. I don't know who Reyes is.
Right.
Like, who cares? Like, that's what it is. What did he call out again for? He had some injury. I don't think he disclosed what it was.
I didn't even see it. I just heard it today when you told me.
Yeah, it's but honestly, Chandler was a class act about it, because he was like, Conor gave this whole long tweet about like, oh, I'm sorry, this and that, and I'm coming back. Like Chandler was like, oh, good, my heart is full. Rest up. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
He's gonna get fucking beat up, dude. I think Chandler's gonna fucking mop the floor with him.
Probably. Like, this guy's taking it on fucking no time,
Yeah.
Like, it just says undisclosed injury. That's from fucking MMAfighting.com.
Well, that's also, like, think about this. I mean,
like, is that just a coke habit? Like, what the fuck?
I think he also, like, that's what happens when you do steroids. You get too big for your bones and like structure to handle it.
Right.
And then I think you're just more prone to injury. I mean, he's a fucking thick dude now, dude.
Yeah. You see Roadhouse with Gyllenhaal?
I did.
Did you like it?
I liked it. It was all right.
Yeah, it was like all right.
The first one was better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
My biggest complaint was there's 0 hot girls in it. For like in Miami, like none of the leads.
There weren't.
They were busted.
You would think that'd be a movie that had like some smoking hot chicks.
Exactly. I think it might have even been like directed by like Michael Bay or something. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
That's definitely
days?
A Michael Bay type movie.
Yeah. And
Michael Bay.
Dude, I thought Conor's performance was so weird.
It was strange.
Like the part where he just like has a golf club and he starts like smashing in through the fence, and it's just like, hi band. Like, what the fuck?
That guy's probably so ramped up on steroids.
I know. Well, yeah, like steroids and coke and everything. Like, I feel like his voice sounded so awkward and weird in that movie.
Yeah, it was like, hey.
Yeah.
It was very much that.
Yeah, and it's just like eyes were always squinty, and he had this huge like smile and this.
Dude, steroids and coke is probably insanity.
It's got to be a bad mix,
If you want to have the greatest
like
8 years of your life and then die after it, that's probably your.
Like, no joke, like that. The bit I do about like drug fucking symptoms not matching up. Like, dude, that's probably not a good one. Like coke paranoia and then like steroid rage.
Supposedly, my friend Nick Simmons, he's a bodybuilder and he just knows all about like the drugs and like any supplement you can take. He knows everything about it.
Right.
And he's like, Tren, you just feel always no control over it. This is what you think day in, day out, and that's just you don't have any control over it. You are nonstop thinking that someone's fucking your girlfriend.
Wow, bro.
Yeah,
that is not like I never did steroids, and I was like talking to someone at work the other day, and who did. He's like a fucking like he's an ex-power lifter, like huge guy, and guys on my team in lacrosse did it. Guys in high school did it. Like, I almost wish someone was like, hey man, like, you want to do steroids, like get bigger, like because like I probably would have tried it. I don't know actually, because I was like a pretty decent kid and I was like I was kind of big, but like everybody like who outperformed me in high school and college was on steroids.
Yeah.
Like I knew that for a fact, and it was like I kind of wanted to give it a shot, but like dude, that feeling probably would have. Like I was a fighter too during that period, like a big fighter.
Yeah.
And I think that would have made it a lot worse.
For sure, dude.
Wow.
I don't think I'm
That's a terrible feeling, thinking your
think-
girlfriend's cheating on you constantly.
all the time going to sleep thinking about it, waking up thinking it.
Wow.
I don't think I'm mentally stable enough to withstand steroids.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I'm already like a wild guy. I'm
Yeah.
less wild than I was, but
Right.
like I still got some things.
Same.
And yeah, dude. I mean, like honestly, I would hop on something small in my 40s.
Okay.
Just
yeah.
because like I'm an active
But
guy.
maybe like through a doctor, like the test replacement.
yeah, something like that.
yeah.
I would do something like that.
I was even thinking about that.
I was thinking,
Like, you know, like fucking look at like Segura, Tom Segura.
yeah, and,
You
and
know.
that guy's not like, I mean, he's active now, but that's not like a lifelong active dude.
Yeah, no, he just started like
Yeah.
getting in shape.
That's just like a guy who's fat and then just like for a long time was like, all right,
Yeah,
I'm kind of a pussy right now.
Him and Burt Kreischer, like they both were like, yeah, we're completely fucking fat messes,
Yeah,
and they went to the doctor, and then the way they talk on the show, it must be amazing to be a fucking celebrity, because like I swear to God, they're just like, so what'd you do last night? I took a Percocet and a Xanax, and I drank a couple tequilas, went to bed, did an edible.
Yeah.
Woke up, worked out with my trainer. My chef was over, and it's just like they just have people doing things for them. So it's like, oh, I need a fucking drug. Like, I'm having a sore day. I'm just gonna pop a Percocet.
Yeah.
Like this guy's gonna my trainer is gonna come over. He's gonna shoot me up. Or my doctor is gonna give me this. Like whatever I fucking need, because I have fucking $1 million health insurance plan.
yeah. Well, I mean, you work so hard to become famous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
But like, if I went into a doctor and was like, I'm having panic attacks, I need fucking Xanax, they'd be like, sorry.
Yeah. Well,
You drug seeking behavior.
Yeah, you got that passed. I
Well, for sure, but like,
I think they'd give it to me easier than they would give it to you.
yeah. I mean, I think once you go to rehab, you get like red flagged for like the rest of your life.
That sucks. So, like, what if you actually need something?
They like try to prescribe like non-narcotic shit, and it really doesn't work with like a lot of things. Like sometimes it just helps get you tired, but it really doesn't like do the thing. Like I take trazodone to like go to sleep.
You said that makes you hard, right?
Yeah. It gives you boners, and
Trazodone
but like, it's not as good as Ambien. It like helps, but it's not Ambien. Like I take like gabapentin for like, so that's like an anti like a neurological thing that they kind of use for anti-anxiety at low doses, and like it's just not as good as Xanax. Like the narcotic is 10 times out of 10 gonna always be better than the non-narcotic bullshit you do.
Yeah, it's like I used to take this shit back in 2011, 2013. It was a weight loss supplement. It was a thermogenic. It was called the Oxy Elite.
Yeah.
And then they took out the main ingredient. It was like the main ingredient was like dioxysupatriptylide, whatever the fuck it was, like one of those long names. Right. And they took it out, and I mean, it kind of still worked, but like that was the drug, like that ingredient, that was the whole show.
Right.
And it was like, all right, well, I'm not even gonna take this anymore because
that was like fucking in high school with me with the stack or twos.
Yeah.
Once they took the ephedrine out, it's just like it fucking didn't hit the same. It didn't like and for me, I was a heavier kid. Like I actually took that shit to like stay tight.
Yeah.
Get the abs that I wanted. And It helped me burn fat, man, and it worked. And then like the second that was out, it did not work, and I didn't want to take it. I stopped.
I think maybe I should go to Shredded RX and get some stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, that store, if you want some under the desk off market shit,
Yeah.
that's the fucking place.
Really? I don't even know where it is.
Levittown. It's right down the block from here.
Really?
Yeah, Shredded RX. You want to go?
Yeah.
You want to go fucking get some drugs? Want to go get some steroids?
Yeah, dude, I kind of want to. Yeah, I just realized at work, like, fucking, they have a full gym. I had no idea.
Really?
Yeah, like, at my last job, I was working out at work, and I was getting like pretty big.
Yeah.
I was like really feeling myself. Like, you know, I guess like winter, like up until April 2024, I was like feeling myself. You know.
Yeah.
And like here, they were telling me like, oh yeah, we got some weights like in the corner. I look over at the gym they had. And it's like cool they have some stuff, but like, dude, it's just like fucking dusty and rusty and like there's barely anything. And then like the other day, like guys are just talking. They're like, oh yeah, you see the gym upstairs? And I'm like, what gym upstairs? They're like, yeah, no, it's for everybody. And I'm like, I pop my head in this room. And I've been here like 8 months. Dude, it's just got everything you need. Like universal free weights, like ellipticals, treadmills, bikes, TV on the wall, like a really like actual nice gym for like, you know, like it used to be like a maintenance shop or whatever, and they converted it to a gym. It's actually really nice.
You got kettles in there?
I don't know if they got kettles, but like I'm about to start up, dude.
Yeah.
I'm about to start getting back in shape.
Yeah, dude. Dude, let's go to Shred RX.
Yeah.
Let's some drogas.
Some fucking trend.
Where do you even get trend? Like where do you
I have no idea.
You just like look at it like a huge guy in the gym, like, buddy.
See, like that's what I would do, and the guy would be like, you know, I'm a cop, right?
My buddy's on like, and I'm not kidding.
That's how I feel like you got to get connected. Like you got to know someone for sure. And then, like, talk to them and fucking go through their guy.
My buddy's, I'm not even kidding you, he's on 5 different types of steroids.
Wow.
5.
Like, do the more steroids you take, like, help? Like, what's the point of that?
I mean, he's big, for sure.
Like, I feel like maybe, like, I know, like, with everything, like, your body gets used to it, you know?
That's what I'm telling him, like, dude, I mean, like, you go to his apartment, there's just, like, empty bottles, syringes, like
right.
I'm like, oh, you're like a lab project.
Right.
You're like a science project.
Yeah, fucking science rat.
His veins are crazy.
Oh,
His
really?
veins are like I didn't even think veins can get that thick.
Yeah.
And they're just like bulging out. He's such a chill
See,
kid.
I need
dude.
that. I got no veins left, man.
Oh yeah.
They're all gone.
They're all gone.
Dude, if I ever go to the fucking hospital, like they're gonna have to give me an IV in my neck.
So like, because you have so many collapsed veins, does that obviously fucks with your blood flow to your arms, right?
I don't know. I've always had poor blood flow. But yeah, there's this thing, it's called Raynaud's.
Raynaud's?
Yeah, Raynaud's, and it's like like Raynaud's disease or whatever. And dude, like when my hands get cold, they turn like fucking like white as a ghost, like almost to the point where they're like yellow.
Really?
And there's like nothing I can do. I think I got it from my mom. Like she has it too. But like, yeah, it's just this thing, and like you just lose all blood flow in your hand, and like even as you warm them up, like it's still not really getting that much circulation.
Damn, son.
It sucks, but like I don't know if maybe that was also a part of it, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure it exacerbated it.
Yeah, and it's like I have friends that like fucking used to shoot up too, and they still got everything. I'm like, I don't know what I was doing wrong.
Do you feel it when a vein collapses?
No,
you
not
just,
at all.
You're just like, oh.
But like, you know, what kind of happens is like you kind of like abuse it. Like that's what it's called. Like with track marks, you keep shooting up on the same vein all the way up on your arm. So you start low, and you go all the way up, as long as like you can.
Yeah.
But eventually the vein's just like fucking out, and that's why you get those like long scars.
So does blood not flow through that vein anymore?
No, it does. It's just weak.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's I'd be a great heroin addict. I'm super veiny.
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, but it goes away fast.
With the vein.
Well, like just like your muscles in general. Like I was like big second I started sticking a needle in my arm. I just like deflated like a balloon.
Yeah, you lose a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
It's
it's weird. It's like twice I put on a lot of weight too, but it's usually I lose it like fast. Like we're talking like 50, 60 pounds.
Yeah. I got veiny feet.
Oh, that's good.
Just like whoop.
The feet hurt though.
Yeah.
Feet hurt.
Because I go to acupuncture and they put stuff in my feet. And I'm like, fucking shit.
Yeah.
At the top of
but
the foot.
that's like really good because like you'll not get caught for a while.
Yeah. Who's looking at your feet?
Yeah.
Unless you're going to the fucking beach.
Right. That's it. So
it's like, just be a heroin addict on the winter and then just don't.
Yeah. Well, like wintertime for heroin addicts is like amazing. Like you're just fucking covered up.
Same with cokeheads, because then I have a reason why my nose is so runny.
Yeah, dude. Wintertime is a time for drugs.
Yeah, it's just like, oh no, the allergies.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cold at the.
Yeah.
When it's like August.
Yeah.
Or September, and
it's
you're
like,
just
oh, you got fucking allergies,
and they're just like, what is going on with you?
Yeah, I know.
Your nose is always running.
But yeah, when you go from like fall to like, winter, that's probably the best time to start like doing drugs.
Do you get hot when you do heroin?
No, cold.
Really?
Yeah, you're always cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Because coke, you're
Yeah, you're amped up. You're sweating. Yeah.
You're amped up. You're fucking sweating. And it's a different sweat. It smells different. It's like, it's because, actually, maybe that's not the coke. Maybe you're just not taking care of yourself.
It's probably
like you eat like one bag of chips and then just beers, and then like you're not really putting the best of shit in your body.
No, definitely not. Heroin, the thing is, you start eating like shit.
Yeah.
Like you're kind of just like sugar tooth.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know.
It's just
no idea.
I was doing a film a while ago, and it was based off of a book written by a cop. It was just like the movie was about like just like corrupt cops in the 70s, and it was like that whole thing.
Yeah.
And we so the writer was always on set, and we would just talk to him and shit. Super old guy, and he was like, yeah, I always know like a heroin addict by like if I see a guy up at like 6 a.m. and he doesn't look like someone would be up at 6 a.m. for work,
right?
And he's just like pounding sugar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really, sugar? He's like, they love a sweet tooth.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, usually you have like a sugary like breakfast or something like that,
like Lucky Charms.
Yeah, but like part of it is like you just don't have the money to eat right,
Yeah. How much is heroin? Like what are the like
when heroin was around, it was like $10 a bag, which is like you do get like $100 for a bundle, and that was like kind of like a dick price,
100 for a bundle.
Yeah, like 70 would be like a good price.
So is one bag? So you get 10 bags.
Yeah.
Out of for 100 for a bundle.
Yeah.
Is one bag one hit?
In the beginning, yeah. In the beginning, and then like you're doing like at the end, I was doing like 7 bag shots.
Dang.
Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah.
What
like your tolerance goes up fast, because like that was the jump for me was I guess like 2012, like around there, 2011, like Roxy's.
Those Roxy's were huge.
Yo, they were huge, and they were so good, and they were like
they're blue, right?
Yeah,
like a dark blue.
Blues, yeah, and they were like 15 a pill. And then they shot up to like $1 a milligram, so they were like $30 to almost $40 a pill. Because like people always like middleman you, and they like
Yeah.
charge you like extra cash and to like fucking because you never really know the guy. You're like you're not getting like fucking the guy who's shipping in like
No.
keys,
No.
so it's like you're always getting middleman, and like it's just like how close to the source you are. So like if you're like up the ladder a little bit and dealing with a guy who deals in weight, like you'll probably get a better price.
Yeah.
So like then there's so like the Roxy's, they like doubled, almost tripled in price. And I was talking to a dude, and the doctor started getting locked up, and I was talking to like my guy, and he's like, dude, these are getting harder and harder to find. Like this is why the price is going up. And I was like spending like my whole check getting like maybe 10 pills, because I was like I was like an apprentice, like
Yeah.
I wasn't making any money. And he gave me one bag of heroin free. The first one is always free. That's like the joke in the fucking drug community. He's like, yeah, here, just try this. And I was like, no, dude, like, I'm not doing heroin. I'm not a fucking scumbag.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, I promise you it's just the same feeling. It's just like you're thinking in your head, like, this is a shit drug because, like, a lot of stigma around it. But he's like, but this is $7. And he's like, you're spending your whole check on 10 pills, which is $500. And I'm like, I tried it. I was actually opening for the dude, Colin Kane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that day. Like I was, me and Colin used to fucking do a lot of shows together.
Really?
And I was opening for him, and I remember I like just came back. I didn't have a fucking car or anything. No, you know what? I had my car, but like my parents hid my keys, and I had to like take a cab to the fucking show.
Okay.
And
Where was the show?
brokerage.
Okay.
And I fucking did the one bag, and I was high for almost 28 hours.
What?
I swear to God, man.
From the one bag?
One bag.
Fucking
Like I was
shit.
high throughout the entire show. Like I woke up high. Like I did never feel like that from like painkillers,
Dude, waking up high is a real anxiety attack.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to like waking up normal.
Right.
You wake up high, you're like, oh my God, I'm in a nightmare and I can't get out.
Yeah. So like I would like woke up like really fucking relaxed. And then from then on I was just like, oh shit, like all I need to do is buy like 5 bags, and it's like $40, and I could like eat and fucking get gas in my car and like whatever. And that's how you fucking jump on heroin. Like that was it. I mean, for me, like, and like the painkiller route, because like of course, like my story is I got injured.
Yeah.
And I went like kind of like a natural route towards it.
That's how my friend went.
Yeah.
How long does so like, okay, that's your first time doing heroin, it lasts 28 hours.
Yeah.
Does it get shot down to like an hour after a while?
Goes pretty quick, because
Like, coke is like every 30 minutes or something.
yeah, like you're chasing the dragon. So like the first one, like fucking was like, holy shit, like you're fucking really trying to like recreate that. So like, you probably go like a couple weeks. It's just like one bag, and then like. You need like one bag like every fucking 10 hours, 12 hours, and then it's just like you need one bag every like 8 hours, and then it's like one bag every 6 hours, and then it's like one bag every 4 hours, and you're like, fuck this, like I'm going 2 bags, and then it's like 2 bags fucking 12 hours, like
Yeah, okay.
and then like you just keep going until it's just like fucking 7 bags every like 3 hours. It's weird. It's like Artie Lang or someone like said, it's just like, dude, it just becomes like so natural, like breathing. It's just like you take like a huge gulp of like, or like a like these are my own words, like like a whale like just takes like a huge breath of air, and I could like dive for like hours, and then it's just like you got to fucking come back to the surface,
Oh.
like do your shot, and then you could just like, dive down and fucking take care of everything you need, like for, hours, and then you just gotta like keep coming up for that like breath of air.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
It's because I come from the fucking Coke world where it's like, it's like kind of the same thing with the bag. Like your lines get bigger and bigger. And then, like there was one day I was looking at my lines and I was just like, yo, like this is fucking out of control. Because like once your lines get so big, it's not like this like pop off to the bathroom real quick. It's like, dude, like you have to break this out on something. Like, you can't, this isn't like a little quick bump and we're back. Like I got to go in a bathroom that has one single stall. Like
right.
I need some alone time to break this out and scratch it out.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it looks like I'm on Coke right now because this kratom just got me twitching hard.
The kratom, dude.
It's crazy.
I fucking wish I could do the kratom.
I didn't.
It was fun. It was fun while I was doing that.
I haven't seen my high school friends in a while. And like the other 2 weeks ago, we were all chilling, drinking in the yard. I haven't seen them in a while.
Right.
And I guess like they didn't know. Like I haven't seen them since I started twitching hard on the kratom.
Oh, okay.
And I could see like they wanted to talk about it, but they were like, I mean, I feel like we don't even know Trav anymore.
I know.
And I was like, guys, I know, like I twitch really hard on the kratom, and that's what this tea is. And they were like, oh yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything, but like, I was like, yeah, no, it just makes me fucking go.
Yeah, dude, it's so weird too, and like I don't know, I'm like, I guess more noticeable on the junk. Because, like, I try to pull it off once in a while. And, like, dude, like, I work hard. And I fucking put in a lot of hours between, like, work, comedy, like, like hobbies, girlfriends, different stuff. And, like, when I would go see, like, my boys or someone who, like, really can tell. Like, I remember I went to this union meeting. And I was, like, fucking, like almost like falling asleep standing up.
Yeah.
And I didn't even remember the story. I was told about it later. But like the director of the apprentice training was like,
oh no.
He was like, he comes up to me. He's like, hey Hugh, how you doing? I'm like, good. He's like, what's going on? And he could just like look through me. Like he just knew right away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, nothing. Just got off work. I'm really tired. He goes, I used to have to pay to get that tired. I was like, fuck, dude. Are you kidding me?
God.
And I just kind of like laughed it off. I was like, yeah, me too. And I like walked away. I was like, I never want to talk to that guy again.
Oh my God. Dude, that one shoots through you, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I was told later about that story by like another guy who was there that I ended up working with, like maybe like fucking like 12 years later.
Yeah.
And he's like, you don't even remember I was there, right? And I was like, no. Like, I didn't like, I met him for the first time that day and then worked with him 10 years later. I'm not going to fucking recognize him. But, he told me that story. I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, like, he drops that line, you're like, I'm not talking my way out of this. Like, he knows.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure.
I think, like, with Coke, because like obviously I go like, that's why I stopped, because it was like I was doing too much. Right. Because like a little amount, like why don't you just do a little amount and like just
that's
have
what
a good
everyone
time.
says.
Just but like the little amount, you don't feel that anymore. So like you have to do the big amount at some point.
Yeah.
Or nothing at all.
You get like once in a while, like if you take a long break, like you go back to that little amount for like
a little bit,
a week or two,
and then like
your tolerance fucking is like muscle memory. It just shoots back up, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like that's like how I go. It's like I got the muscle memory, so when I get off drugs, I work out and I get big fast.
Yeah.
And then it's like when I start doing drugs, it's like I get the tolerance, so then it's like I start fucking losing that high that I want real fast.
Yeah. It's a telltale sign to know.
Yeah.
When I was on it, it would be like I would get because I would do the big amount and then I would get quiet because like you sniff too much, you turn yourself to stone.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of like, and then like I think if I was a quiet guy, just as like naturally, it wouldn't read.
Right.
But like I'm such a dude. Like I walk in, hey, what's up? I'm like a loud, charismatic guy.
Yeah, for
sure. So if I'm sitting in a chair and I'm just kind of like not doing anything, like what's wrong with Travis? Like, you know what I mean?
For sure, dude.
That's yeah. That's it though. Guys,
That's it.
that's it. Thanks for watching me twitch on my kratom.
Yeah.
That's it. That's yeah.
Yo, boomers. One last time, I want to fucking kill all of you.
I'm gonna be at Dallas Comedy Club.
Yeah, you got some big shit coming up.
At Dallas Comedy Club Tuesday, Wednesday. Coming back on Thursday, and then I'll be in Iona filming all next weekend, and then then that following weekend I'm gonna be in Lake Placid with Nick Tillelli and Ray Fuentes, a lot of other good guys, and then we're going to Plattsburgh. So, just follow me, Trav_Grant on Instagram.
Yeah, I literally have nothing going on.
And if you want, shoot me a message.
Fucking Travis doesn't even book me.
Dude, I can't. I'm taking a break from that fucking show. Once we get it back.
Oh my god.
I don't have time for it, dude.
No, let me take over the room.
You want to take over the brewery room?
Which one is that?
It's not Barrier. Is it Barrier? Yeah, it's Barrier Brewing in Oceanside.
I would check it out.
Yeah, so
Oceanside's far.
I'm gonna get my shows back up and running in the fall.
Yeah.
And then yeah, because right now I just gotta finish these things.
Yep. At The Logic, at Treading Water Podcast. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
See ya.